This 17th of September, 2025, we open our hearts to celebrate and honor the lives of those we've recently lost, as well as others whose unforgettable legacies remain. Alongside, we'll share the challenges WWE superstar Bill Goldberg has been facing, resonating with countless fans around the globe. Stay with us, subscribe, and let's ensure their stories continue to inspire. The Destroyer, born on July 11, 1930, and passing away on March 7, 2019, remains one of the most memorable figures in professional wrestling history. Hailing from the United States, he became instantly recognizable by his iconic mask, a symbol that both concealed his identity and added an air of mystery to his persona. The mask wasn't just a gimmick, it became a defining element of his character and the legend he would build in the ring. Making his debut in the 1950s, the Destroyer quickly captured the attention of fans with his combination of athleticism, charisma, and technical skill. Whether playing the hero or the villain, he had a rare ability to command the crowd, turning every match into a story. His in-ring accomplishments were impressive. He won championships in major promotions, including the NWA and WWF, and gained international recognition for his dynamic style and dedication. But the Destroyer's impact went far beyond his own career. He became a mentor to younger wrestlers, passing on his knowledge and helping shape the next generation of talent. Outside the ring, he crossed into pop culture, appearing on television and in documentaries that highlighted wrestling's art and drama, further cementing his influence. Even after his passing in 2019, the Destroyer's legacy lives on. His dedication, showmanship, and mentorship continue to inspire wrestlers and fans alike, reminding everyone that wrestling is not just about wins and losses. It's about leaving a mark that lasts long after the final bell. Jay Briscoe, born Jamin J. Pugh on January 25, 1984, in Sandy Fork, Delaware, was a beloved professional wrestler whose passion, intensity, and dedication left an indelible mark on the wrestling world. Alongside his younger brother Mark, he formed the Briscoe Brothers, a tag team that became the heart and soul of Ring of Honor, ROH. From their debut in 2002, Jay and Mark captivated fans with their fierce chemistry, high-energy matches, and relentless style, earning multiple ROH World Tag Team Championships and cementing themselves as legends of the promotion. While many celebrated Jay for his tag team success, he also shone as a singles competitor. A two-time ROH World Champion, Jay's matches were marked by raw intensity and a no-nonsense approach that won over fans everywhere. His in-ring style, part brawler, part technician, and part high flyer, combined with his passionate promos, made him one of independent wrestling's most respected and charismatic figures. Outside the ring, Jay was a devoted family man, cherishing his time with his wife and children, and staying deeply connected to his community. Those who knew him spoke of his loyalty, kindness, and the genuine love he carried for the sport he dedicated his life to. Tragically, Jay's life was cut short on January 17, 2023, in a car accident at the age of 38. His passing left a profound void in wrestling, but his legacy endures through the countless matches, moments, and memories he created. Jay Briscoe will always be remembered as a fierce competitor, a loving family man, and a true legend who poured his heart into everything he did. Jose Manuel Guillen, better known to wrestling fans as Mr. Niebla, was born on February 22, 1973, and grew to become one of the most beloved figures in Mexican professional wrestling. From the early 1990s, he captured audiences with a style that blended acrobatic, high-flying moves, technical skill, and a sense of showmanship that was uniquely his own. His performances were never just about wrestling. They were about entertaining, connecting with fans, and bringing joy to the ring. Wearing his signature mask, Mr. Niebla carried the mystique and rich tradition of lucha libre while also infusing his matches with humor and personality. He had a rare ability to balance athleticism with charisma, turning every appearance into a memorable experience. Over the years, he became a fixture in Mexico's wrestling scene, particularly with CMLL, Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre, where his presence helped define an era of the promotion. Off the mat, those who knew him often spoke of his warmth, humor, and dedication to his craft. His love for wrestling went beyond performing. He inspired younger wrestlers, nurtured their talents, and left an indelible mark on the community. Tragically, Mr. Niebla passed away on December 23, 2019, at just 46 years old. His loss left a profound void in the world of lucha libre, but his legacy lives on. Fans continue to celebrate his creativity, energy, and the joy he brought to the ring. Mr. Pur. Niebla is remembered not only for his skill, but for the laughter, excitement, and spirit he shared with generations of wrestling fans. Terry Jean Bollea, August 11, 1953, July 24, 2025, better known as Hulk Hogan, was more than just a professional wrestler. He was a global icon whose influence stretched far beyond the ring. Born in Augusta, Georgia, and raised in Florida, Hogan's journey in wrestling began in the late 1970s, but it was the 1980s rock and wrestling era that truly catapulted him to stardom. Standing 6 feet 7 inches with an unmistakable presence, his charisma, energy, and larger-than-life personality made him instantly recognizable to fans of all ages. Hogan became the embodiment of heroism in wrestling, complete with his iconic catchphrases, thunderous theme music, and signature red and yellow attire. He captured the imagination of millions, headlining multiple WrestleMania events and becoming a 6-time WWF champion and 6-time WCW World Heavyweight Champion. One of his most unforgettable moments came at WrestleMania 3, when he famously slammed Andre the Giant, a feat still celebrated decades later. Beyond wrestling, Hogan crossed into mainstream pop culture, appearing in movies, television shows, and endorsements, becoming a familiar face even to those who never watched the sport. While his life wasn't without controversy and personal challenges, his contributions to professional wrestling were undeniable, helping bring the sport into the global spotlight and inspiring countless performers who followed. Hogan passed away on July 24, 2025, in Clearwater, Florida, at the age of 71. Though he is gone, his impact on wrestling, entertainment, and pop culture endures. Fans will remember him not just as a champion, but as the larger-than-life figure who helped define professional wrestling's golden era. Del Wilkes, born on December 8, 1961, carved out a memorable place in professional wrestling, most famously as the Patriot. Starting his career in the mid-1980s, Wilkes wrestled in various independent promotions, honing his skills and developing a style that blended raw power with technical precision. Over time, he earned a reputation as a hard-working and dependable performer, admired by peers and fans alike. It was in the 1990s that Wilkes truly captured the public's imagination. His portrayal of the Patriot, a masked red, white, and blue hero, resonated strongly during a time when patriotism ran high in American culture. His persona wasn't just about the costume, it was about embodying honor, determination, and integrity inside the ring. Wilkes's in-ring ability made him a compelling competitor, and he found himself in notable matches against some of wrestling's biggest names, including Bret Hart and Vader. Fans appreciated not only his athleticism, but also his authenticity and dedication to entertaining the audience. Beyond the WWF, Wilkes also made his mark in WCW and the American Wrestling Federation, engaging in memorable feuds, championship pursuits, and tag team bouts. Outside the spotlight, those who knew him described him as approachable, kind, and passionate about his craft. A man who genuinely loved wrestling and respected its traditions. Del Wilkes passed away at the age of 59, leaving behind a legacy of courage, professionalism, and patriotism. For fans who cheered for him and wrestlers who followed in his footsteps, the Patriot remains a symbol of heart, honor, and dedication. A reminder of the enduring impact one performer can have both inside and outside the ring. William Scott Goldberg, better known to fans simply as Bill Goldberg, occupies a rarefied space in professional wrestling. Born on December 27, 1966, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Goldberg's journey to superstardom was far from ordinary. Before the thunderous roar of the wrestling crowd became his arena, Goldberg's life revolved around the gridiron. A talented athlete with an imposing frame, he channeled his physical gifts into American football, carving out a path as a defensive tackle in the NFL. Though his football career was relatively brief, the experiences, discipline, and work ethic cultivated on the field would later become the bedrock of his wrestling success. Goldberg's transition from football to wrestling is a story of resilience and reinvention. Few athletes can pivot from one high-level sport to another and leave an indelible mark, but Goldberg achieved precisely that. His innate athleticism, combined with a fierce drive to succeed, allowed him to quickly adapt to the rigors of professional wrestling. While some may have questioned whether a former football player could capture the hearts of wrestling fans, Goldberg's raw power, charisma, and magnetic presence silenced any skeptics almost immediately. The rise of a wrestling juggernaut, Goldberg's name became synonymous with explosive energy, unparalleled intensity, and a dominance that felt almost mythic. During the 1990s, as WCW, World Championship Wrestling, sought to cement itself as a major player in the wrestling world, Goldberg emerged as a marquee attraction. His ascension was meteoric. It wasn't just his impressive physique or his menacing gaze, it was the aura of inevitability he brought to every match. The crowd's excitement reached a fever pitch the moment the familiar music hit, and Goldberg stormed to the ring with a purpose that seemed unstoppable. A hallmark of Goldberg's career was his legendary, undefeated streak in WCW. At 173-0, the streak became the stuff of legend, a feat that wrestling fans still discuss with reverence. Every opponent that dared step into the ring with Goldberg faced a seemingly insurmountable challenge. And yet, there was something magnetic about his matches, the raw, visceral emotion that Goldberg brought to the ring. He wasn't merely fighting for victory. He was putting on a show, capturing the audience's imagination with every spear, every jackhammer, and every triumphant moment. But Goldberg's appeal wasn't confined to his dominance. There was also a simplicity to his in-ring persona that resonated deeply. While other wrestlers relied on intricate storylines, complex maneuvers, or flamboyant theatrics, Goldberg's approach was direct, powerful, and compelling. The narrative was straightforward: Goldberg versus the world, and you never knew if anyone could beat him. This simplicity, combined with his physical dominance, made him a unique and unforgettable force in wrestling history. Crossing over from WCW to WWE, when WCW was purchased by WWE, Goldberg's career entered a new chapter. WWE, with its global reach and storied history, offered a stage that magnified Goldberg's persona in ways WCW never could. Fans eagerly anticipated his appearances, and Goldberg did not disappoint. While his WWE career was marked by sporadic stints rather than continuous runs, each return was impactful, creating moments that fans still cherish. His 2016 return, for instance, reignited the magic. Goldberg's feud with Brock Lesnar became instant classic material, pitting two larger-than-life competitors against each other. Every move, every stare down, every impact in the ring felt monumental. It wasn't just a match, it was a spectacle, a reminder of why Goldberg had captured the wrestling world's imagination decades earlier. His eventual WWE Universal Championship reign further cemented his status as a living legend, proving that even in the later stages of his career, Goldberg could deliver performances that were thrilling, intense, and unforgettable. The icon and his monikers, Goldberg's aura in the wrestling world is reflected in the many nicknames fans and commentators have bestowed upon him over the years. Da-Man, The Myth, and The Iconic are more than just catchy monikers. They are emblematic of a wrestler whose impact transcended wins and losses. Each nickname speaks to a different facet of his persona: the unstoppable force, the larger-than-life legend, the enduring figure who continues to inspire. Perhaps the most enduring symbol of Goldberg's appeal is the simple yet powerful chant, "Goldberg! Goldberg!" It's a ritualistic expression of admiration, a collective moment where fans unite in awe of a man who became a phenomenon through sheer force, charisma, and dedication. This chant, echoing through arenas for decades, captures the essence of Goldberg's legacy. It's a reminder that he isn't just a wrestler who dominated opponents. He's a figure whose presence alone could electrify a crowd, a man whose career was built on passion and intensity. Triumphs and tribulations. No journey, however legendary, is without its challenges. Goldberg's career has been filled with both exhilarating highs and turbulent moments. Early on, his meteoric rise sparked debates about his in-ring style, with critics questioning whether his approach prioritized spectacle over technical mastery. There were also forays into Hollywood, brief but notable, which showcased his versatility, but also underscored the precarious balance between wrestling fame and mainstream appeal. Despite these hurdles, Goldberg's commitment to excellence never wavered. Whether he was facing skepticism from fans, navigating controversies, or recovering from injuries, he approached every challenge with the same unwavering intensity that defined his wrestling persona. What set Goldberg apart was not just his physical prowess, but his mental fortitude, a combination that allowed him to maintain a career spanning decades in one of the most physically demanding sports in the world. Preparing for the final chapter. As Goldberg approached the twilight of his career, the conversation inevitably turned to retirement. In 2025, he officially confirmed that he would step away from professional wrestling, bringing a storied career to a close. The announcement sparked both excitement and speculation, with fans eager to see how one of wrestling's most iconic figures would bow out. Goldberg has long expressed a desire to have a meaningful final match, and many eyes are on WWE's current World Heavyweight Champion, Gunther, as the potential opponent. Gunther, known for his hard-hitting, methodical style, represents a new generation of wrestling excellence. A showdown between Goldberg and Gunther would not just be a battle of skill, it would be a symbolic passing of the torch, a moment where the old guard meets the new in a display of respect, power, and storytelling. For Goldberg, this final match isn't just about one last victory or a grand spectacle. It's about legacy, closure, and a chance to celebrate the journey that began decades ago. The anticipation surrounding this match underscores the respect that fans and peers alike have for Goldberg, whose career has been as much about inspiring audiences as it has been about winning championships. Rumors, speculation, and wrestling politics. As with any major wrestling storyline, Goldberg's retirement has been accompanied by its fair share of speculation. Discussions have swirled about how his final match will unfold, whether it will end in a dramatic loss, a triumphant victory, or a combination of both designed to honor his career while elevating his opponent. WWE's penchant for spectacle means that fans are bracing for a moment that could be unforgettable in ways that transcend the typical wrestling narrative. At the same time, rumors have hinted at tensions behind the scenes. Goldberg has reportedly expressed frustration with certain creative directions in WWE, particularly regarding how established stars and newcomers are utilized. The rise of performers like Roman Reigns and Gunther has sparked debates about whether Goldberg's final moments in the spotlight will reflect the respect he deserves. For many, this underscores the delicate balance in wrestling between honoring the past and building the future, a challenge that Goldberg, with his history of excellence, is uniquely positioned to navigate. Legacy and relevance in a changing industry. Goldberg's career is remarkable not only for his dominance in the ring, but also for the broader impact he has had on the wrestling industry. His streak, his championship reigns, and his memorable feuds have left an indelible mark. Yet, in the years following his peak, Goldberg has faced the same challenge that all legends encounter: remaining relevant in a rapidly evolving sport. Wrestling tastes have shifted. Audiences now appreciate a blend of storytelling, athleticism, and technical mastery, in addition to raw power. Goldberg, whose strength lies in intensity and presence, has had to adapt while maintaining the essence of what made him iconic. That he continues to compete at the highest level into the later stages of his career is a testament to his discipline, commitment, and love for the sport. Even as rumors swirl about backstage dynamics, Goldberg's physical preparation has remained unwavering. He has recovered from injuries sustained during his final WWE matches, including a broken hand, and has undergone stem cell treatments to address shoulder issues. His knee, shoulder, and neck are being monitored closely, yet he continues to demonstrate the same dedication to fitness and training that propelled him to superstardom in the first place. The emotional weight of a final match retirement in professional wrestling is never just about leaving the ring. It's an emotional and symbolic moment for both the performer and the fans. Goldberg's final match is poised to be an emotional crescendo, a moment where decades of memories, triumphs, and challenges converge. For Goldberg, it is a chance to reflect on a career that transformed him from a former football player into a cultural phenomenon. For fans, it is a bittersweet farewell to a figure who has inspired awe, excitement, and loyalty across generations. The speculation surrounding who he will face only heightens the anticipation. A match against Gunther is not merely a contest, it's a narrative of past meets present, of experience confronting emerging excellence. It is the kind of story wrestling thrives on, where every move, every grapple, and every victory or loss carries layers of meaning that extend beyond the ring. Beyond the ring, Goldberg's influence. Bill Goldberg is a name that instantly evokes images of raw power, explosive energy, and unforgettable moments inside the wrestling ring. But his impact stretches far beyond the squared circle. While fans will always remember him for his legendary streaks and dominant performances in WCW and WWE, Goldberg has shown that a wrestling career can be just the starting point for a multifaceted life. His ventures into Hollywood, public appearances, and charitable work have allowed him to craft a persona that extends beyond wrestling, proving that sports entertainers can be more than their in-ring accomplishments. Goldberg has always understood the art of storytelling, combining athleticism with charisma and personal branding in a way that resonates across industries. Even now, long after some of his most famous matches, Goldberg's presence continues to influence the wrestling world. His intensity, commitment, and unique ability to command attention have inspired countless aspiring wrestlers. Young performers entering the industry often look to his career as a blueprint, studying his matches, his approach to the craft, and the sheer discipline that fueled his rise. Goldberg's story reminds everyone that talent alone is never enough. It's the combination of dedication, passion, and the courage to embrace a larger-than-life persona that creates a legend. The anticipation of the final act. As Goldberg moves closer to what is likely the last chapter of his wrestling journey, fans and industry insiders alike watch with bated breath. His final match isn't just about the outcome. It's about celebrating a career that redefined dominance in professional wrestling. Whether he leaves the ring undefeated or chooses to pass the torch, the significance of his presence will not diminish. There is a unique energy that Goldberg brings to the ring, an aura that has inspired cheers, awe, and even debates among fans for decades. Every rumor, every speculation about his farewell only adds to the mythology of a man who has always captivated audiences with both his athletic feats and his showmanship. What makes Goldberg's story so compelling is how it balances spectacle with authenticity. His career has been a mix of unforgettable triumphs, intense rivalries, and moments of pure drama. But behind all of that, there is a deeply human story. A story of a man who worked tirelessly to perfect his craft, faced setbacks, and pushed his body to extremes to entertain fans. Those final appearances in the ring, the culmination of decades of work, are a testament to that relentless spirit. A legacy etched in history. From his beginnings in Tulsa, Oklahoma, to the biggest stages of professional wrestling, Goldberg's journey is one defined by determination, passion, and larger-than-life charisma. His legacy isn't measured merely in victories or streaks. It's felt in the energy he brought to every match, the inspiration he provided to fans, and the standard he set for those who came after him. As he nears retirement in 2025, Goldberg stands not just as a wrestler, but as an icon, a figure whose influence on the sport will endure long after his final bell. Even as he recovers from injuries sustained in his final matches and undergoes treatments to maintain his health, Goldberg's story embodies the heart of a true competitor. His farewell will mark more than the end of a career. It will signal the closing of a chapter in wrestling history filled with spectacle, emotion, and inspiration. For fans around the world, the myth of Goldberg, the man who could dominate, thrill, and inspire with equal intensity, will remain indelibly etched in memory, a reminder of the power of passion, dedication, and showmanship in shaping a lasting legacy.